Hello everyone, welcome to Toolbox for Turbulent Times, Day 2. This is where we discuss 7 soul-nourishing practices to help you stay centered during these very unusual times we are living in. And today we are going to be talking about the second tool. And before we do that, let's recap what we talked about on the first day. So we spoke about emotional clearing, and we saw the importance and relevance of doing emotional clearing regularly during these times. And we talked about the first tool, which was tapping or emotional freedom techniques. So I'm curious what insights sparked for you as you heard the content. And ask yourself why you were drawn to take part in this series, and have you used the tool yet? And if you haven't watched the video or used the tool, I highly encourage you to try it out a few times and see if it makes a difference in your life. So let's move on to day 2. And here I want to talk about the power of questioning. Now, I mentioned in the first video that the tools build on each other. So you'll see that there is a method to this series, and there's a reason why we go in this order. So I have been working with astrological transits for a while now, and the what I've noticed is that the energies coming in since last year are helping us to see what is not working in our lives anymore. So what we may have been doing so far may not be working anymore, and that's why sometimes we feel at a loss, because what used to give us assurance for a long time is now no longer available. So and also the energies coming in are helping us to see how we are creating our lives. And I think that's one of the most significant qualities of this energy. We experience 0 point more and more. That means we see the result of our thoughts and actions and feelings more quickly. So this is the result of what we ourselves are creating through our thoughts and our feelings and our actions. So we see that manifested more quickly than ever before. So we are seeing the result of our creation almost instantly. And that means that if we are not aware that this is happening, we may be repeating the same pattern over and over again without realizing it. So this is important to note. And if you've taken part in my Expanding Magic program, or you've been reading my posts for a while, I've been talking about how both Gemini and Aquarius play such an important role at this time, at this point in our humanity's history. That's because the nature of both these energies is opening us up to how we are creating our lives, the vibration we bring into anything we do, and how that impacts us in every aspect of our life. So I'm inviting you here to question the intent behind everything. What you do, why you do it, what you hope to receive from it. And the reason is that in this age, information is so widely available through news and channels and TV and media and whatnot. And it's very easy to mindlessly consume the information without seeing how it's impacting our life. So the invitation here is going forward to question the intent of your every action and see if it is serving you and your life at this point. Is it relevant to your journey right now? Because remember, many things that we used to do and that used to work are not may not work anymore. And that's why really inquiring ourselves it and asking these questions, it helps to unlock the answers within, and it shows us, it may give us clarity at least to what's not working, so that we can find out what is going to work in the future. And this next tool helps us to do that. So this next tool is journaling, and it's a very commonly used tool. Basically, it's the act of writing by hand. And a lot of research shows that actually writing by hand versus just typing, it helps the brain tremendously. It frees up the brain's resources, and the brain is free to focus on the tasks that really matter, and also to spot opportunities or possibilities that we may not have seen before. So like I said in the first video, this is also a multifaceted tool. You can use it for clearing, that is, actively use it when you're getting triggered, use it for processing through emotions, even old emotions. It can be used to prevent you from getting stuck, like a regular maintenance. I look at it like a well check doing regular journaling. You can either do a brain dump in the morning or in the night. Just clear your mind of anything that's bothering you by writing it down. And it really helps you to be in touch with your emotions. And then it's a great tool for building a deeper relationship with your own guidance, like to make us mentally and emotionally more resilient, and to develop faith and trust in our own guidance. So use it for getting insights, inviting deeper answers to questions whenever you feel stuck. So it's really a simple but such a beautiful tool to be used. So one of the first things I want to talk about with respect to journaling is Morning Pages by Julia Cameron, and you might have heard about this before. Basically, Julia Cameron is a very prolific writer and artist, and she came up with this concept of morning pages, where first thing in the morning you write by hand 3 pages in a journal. So you write anything about anything that comes up, the first thoughts that are present in your mind when you wake up, whatever is bothering you, your mental and your emotional state when you wake up, just write that down. So it's like a brain dump first thing in the morning. And the key thing is don't censor anything, everything is valid. And similar to tapping, here you want to just let it all out without holding back. So be very honest. And also with the morning pages, she suggests to not go back and read it or analyze it because that defeats the purpose. And it's not always the case with journaling, but when I'm uh, doing journaling for the purpose of clearing, that's a lot of emotional stuff coming up. So I don't usually go back and read what I've written. I've let it out and then I let it go. So you can tear it up and throw away the paper if you feel like once you are done with that form of journaling. Now the purpose here is to clear your mind before you start the day. And I have seen that it really helps to unblock creativity and allow new ideas to flow. And I, you can use it at any other time. It doesn't have to be personally. It doesn't have to be in the morning. Personally, I found that because I have young kids, journaling first thing in the morning is not really practical. So I found a way around it. I would journal in the night. You can journal in the night, clear your mind before you go to sleep. Journal before you start a new project to have like a clean slate. Use it in the middle of the day to clear your mind and use it for processing a trigger. It's so useful. Just basically write what comes to mind for 3 pages. And what I found personally when I started using the morning pages a few years ago was that initially there would be a lot of venting. So there was a lot of emotional stuff coming up, but soon that gave way to insights and ideas and things that I could use in my blog posts and ideas about how to communicate with someone in a better way and so on. So just in general, there are so many benefits to journaling, and here I've listed a few of them. It really helps to move energy. Like just through the act of writing, you're moving so much energy than if it just stayed in your mind, looping around and around. So writing it down really helps to move it. Um, and as a result of that, it frees up your brain's resources so they can be used to applied to other tasks. And then that also unlocks possibilities that you may not have seen before. And that's where you develop this deeper relationship with your own guidance and wisdom because you're getting new ideas. um, Journaling also helps to integrate insights, what happened in the day. You really take that in so that insight is available for you to use, and it goes more from just an idea or insight to embodied wisdom. It helps you to embody that insight. Um, it, and the other thing with journaling is that it's a great way to allow your expression to flow. And so many times we don't verbally say what is on our minds. And journaling allows you to express that part of you so that it's not just sitting inside unexpressed. And nobody needs to read what you write. It can be completely private. And in fact, I recommend you keep it that way so that you feel safe enough to express. All right. Now, usually my blog posts and articles ask questions. There's always a couple of questions there, and they're really meant for you to journal on. So take pause and journal on them to unlock the insights. And here I have listed a few more prompts for you to try out. So if you want to journal on these, now journal on your ideal day. How would you, what would you like your ideal day, if you were living your ideal life, what would that ideal day look like? Now, remember, this whole month between the two Aquarius full moons, which we just had one on Friday, on July 23rd, there's one more on August 22nd. This month is ripe for visioning work. So, vision your perfect day. How would you wake up feeling? Like, what you be, if it was your perfect day, how would you feel on waking up? What would you do during the day? Like, what are the kind of activities you would be involved in? And what would you be thinking and feeling at night before you go to sleep? So let your heart speak and just let the writing flow. Then another questioning prompt is, what would you love to experience in this lifetime? And so write at least three things and at least one page about each. And I know it sounds like a lot, but once you open up this channel between your hand and your wisdom, it'll be so much easier to listen to your own guidance. And a third thing to journal on is, what does your body need right now? And pretend, let your body speak. Pretend as if your body is speaking to you, and journal as if your body is talking through your hand. So, with all these journaling exercises, this is how you do it. You just take a deep breath, you get centered, you connect to your heart, and then you start writing. Um, Anything goes, you just keep the hand moving, don't analyze it, let it all out without going back and reading it again and again, because that'll stop the flow of the wisdom. And you can either write it in the morning pages style, write 3 pages, or take these prompts and write a few pages on that. So that brings us to the end of this tool, and I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments below the video, what did you learn today that seems important for your own journey, and then how will you apply this to your life, and share at least one way that you will take it into your own life. And that's it. I look forward to continuing this journey with you. And invite others to the, feel free to invite, others, friends, family to this group who might benefit. And if you're looking for more support, reach out for a reading or consultation at activateyourtruthandpower.com. All right. Thank you. Bye.